This episode series is sponsored by the Grand Prairie Chamber of Commerce. The Faces of Grand Prairie is a proud member of the Chamber. For more than 9 decades, the Chamber has been an essential part of the fabric of Grand Prairie, advocating for our business community, supporting growth, and helping local businesses thrive. Information on joining the Chamber of Commerce can be found in the description below.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Podcast, man, with the Grand Prairie Chamber taking care of business. We have none other. We have the legend, the myth, the one, the only, my man, Martin with Bon Air in the building. How's it going, Martin?
It's going well. Happy to be here. Very happy to be here.
Good deal, man. Well, hey, man, we are excited because I know we had you scheduled down, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, and you're just a busy man. A lot of stuff. You taking care of the community. You dropping those air conditioners in people's homes, keeping them cool,
Yes, sir.
doing this Texas heat.
Yes, sir.
But so we appreciate your time today, sir. Just giving us a little bit of your time for sure.
Well, thank you very much for having me. It's a privilege and an honor to be asked to be a part of things in the community and just to be involved. And so I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, Kevin. I'm here for the chamber, and just happy to be here. It's a
Yeah.
privilege.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, long time member of the chamber. You've also been on the board, still on the board, right? You've also served as the main guy on the board, right? The president elect. Or you? Well, you were the
I was the chairman of the board.
chairman of the board. That's what I'm talking about, man. My mind went blank. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Help a brother out. Yeah. So chairman of the board. Now you're still on the board. Long time, member of the chamber. Why? What do you love about the chamber, Martin?
Well, what I love about the chamber, it's been a long journey. It's been a great journey. When I first took the position of ownership at Bon Air, one of the first couple things that I was told was you got to be active in your community.
Yeah.
You can't leave your community behind, and that's always been a part of something that I wanted to do. I'll tell you, when you're working that 9 to 10, that working at 9 to 10 out there in the service world, it's hard to find things to do, right? You got to stop and really dig down and really go see what's going on around you. And it's difficult to do that. So given the opportunity to be in a position to now have a little more time to go out and kind of explore that, the chamber is one of the first things that I got involved in. The business was already a member. I really didn't understand what the membership was all about at that point in time. So it took every bit of the courage that it takes to walk in the door and say, hey, we're here. I walked in the door and said, hey, we're here. And it was a very welcoming meeting, right? We come together as an existing member, but a new face walking in the door.
Yeah.
And so I had not realized that, to me, it's my world. I'm the new guy walking in. There were so many people experiencing the same thing I was experiencing all at the same time. And so just knowing that the chamber was there to kind of welcome us in, the membership is why I stuck around, though.
Yeah.
The other business members in the community that came through and just said, hey, you've already done the hardest part. You showed up. And it's like, okay, if that's the hardest part, I think I might be able to do this. So we stick around, we keep coming back, and all of a sudden you feel a part of something. And you feel a part of something on multiple levels. It's easy to forget that you're there because you're trying to grow your business, how friendly everyone is and how inviting everyone is. And so it made sense for our business. It made sense for the growth, not so much rebranding, but just re-energizing and invigorating that brand that already existed for so many years, over 4 decades. And so we're getting that pulse back out there again, and just being a voice for the company and having that platform to just springboard us ahead. Because I tell you that the chamber is a reason that we even came out as strong as we did under new ownership. Most people didn't know it was new ownership. Most people had no idea that Bon Air had changed hands, right? And that's how we wanted it, because nothing was going to change. If it was going to change, it was going to be an eyebrow that was raised because things were better. Something was happening here. Something's up with this company. It's it's got this youth injected back into it again. There's this growth happening, and so we all wanted that ownership as they were stepping out. They wanted their legacy to continue, and I wanted to have that foundation honored in a way that you know truly continue the legacy of a great company, a great organization, push it forward. As a chamber member, that just gave me so many opportunities to share that with people. I'm a storyteller, as you can tell. I don't know if you're going to get the mic back. I'm a storyteller, so and when I'm passionate about something, hang on for the ride because I'll take you. It's a beautiful thing, and so having the new faces to be able to communicate that to, new faces to share that with, every week someone new coming on board, and the feeling you get. I'm a natural giver, right? I want you to feel something when we interact with each other. The first time, the second time, the third time, I want to walk away with you going, that was not a waste of time. We did something there. And so relationship is huge in my book. And that's what the chamber helped me build. Tons of relationships out there in the community. There were people that already knew the company that had no idea who I was. But because of that platform, I was allowed to share that story with many weekly. And so that network grew. It kept us anchored into the chamber. You start to learn that that type of energy is not easily sustained. You have to feed it, right? So jumping in with both feet, it wasn't about only what the chamber could do for me. It's like, what could I do for the chamber? So you start raising your hand for a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And before you know it, I had no idea what I was doing sitting at the head of the board. And as we sit there, and now I'm the chairman of the board, I'm like, wow, can you believe this? I mean, I had to stop and look around and just go, I got to take some of this in because this is incredible. It's these opportunities that were just, it was cultivated, it was nourished, it was fed, it was grown organically within this organization. And that's the chamber I believe in. That's the chamber I believe that we have today in this, and that we're growing and re-energizing and doing. And that's what I believe in. That's what I believe kept us here. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm still doing what I'm doing, because I believe in what it can do for many small businesses out there, many businesses of all sizes.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. I still remember when I first joined the chamber, you were actually, you were chairman of the board. You were on your way out. So I kind of caught the very tail end of your time as chairman of the board. And we chit chat, man. And you were one of the guys, one of the few that, one of many, I'm saying one of many, especially you and Sandy Marson, who made me feel so welcome. Y'all, you man, see, that's my girl. That's my girl. Great. And you guys kind of just extended that next level, because everyone was welcoming, but y'all went above and beyond that little next level, and y'all made that connection with me. It made me feel welcome as a new, part of the staff. So appreciate you for doing that, man. I really do.
I'm happy to hear that we had an impact. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's the. It's great. Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah.
You just don't know, and hearing you say that makes me feel really good, because I feel like those are genuine interactions. I don't set one aside from the other. I just know that I do. If I feel a connection, I'm gonna do what I can to. What can I do for you? We just had this discussion. You just put on a great business exchange breakfast for us.
Yeah.
And that was all what it was about. And I'm still saying that. I'm saying it to my technicians. I'm saying it to my people, my staff. What can I do for you? And we live in a world of servitude, right? I'm here to serve you. And that's the most simple question you can ask. What can I do for you?
Yeah.
And it changes the direction of most conversations if you just start up on what can I do for you? It set people back. They're just not used to hearing it. So I appreciate what you did for us too.
Oh man, hey, you're welcome, my friend. But we've kind of developed this certain bond, you and I, man, since I first came on, and like you said, it was truly genuine, and it remains to be that way even today. So I just appreciate your friendship and just the time we get a chance to connect and talk. It's always real genuine and stuff. So I really appreciate the friendship that we've created. So
Yes, sir.
so Bon Air. Let's move into it. Let's talk about it.
All right.
A major staple business in the Grand Prairie area. Been here for what? I don't know how long. How long has Bon Air been around? And I want to get to the point of because I think it's a great story of how it all came about with you taking over that transition piece. But how long has Bon Air been around in Grand
So
Prairie?
Bon Air's existence since 1971.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we're working on 55 years of the name existing, right?
Mm,
It's the stories is kind of funny because Bon Air was actually a name that was created by another individual. I want to say his name was Ivan Bonham. I got a little bit of this part of the story. It dates back before Calvin and the original Brundrett family. And so, as Calvin was one of the greats of our industry. He was one of the greatest mechanics, greatest minds of our industry. He helped, I believe, the industry become what it is today. As he was someone who had an intelligence, he could wrap his mind around a problem. And, he used to say to me, son, you got a head like a grub worm because you don't stop until you find the solution. And he's the one that taught me that. I mean, he could figure anything out. And so he brought that along, from what I understand, nearly 30 years of working for Lennox, which is a major manufacturer. And this is after working refrigeration, and learning it all kind of the hard way, making his way up to working for a big name like that, moving up here to the Metroplex, and then eventually after he was wrapped up with that part of his life, because it was making him travel all over the U.S., having to solve problems that other people couldn't solve. I mean, he was that good. They needed him in different states. It was time to focus on family and make a decision, and he decided to open up his own, what you would call a dealership, right? His own business.
mm,
And so, as a license holder in Texas, you can open up your business and start to operate. Well, he came into it, and this small little company, Bon Air, was the name, and the company was very small, already existed. He came in and got his start, and basically purchased that business. And from then on, it became something completely different. He was a leader in innovation. He was a leader in all technology that was coming out that most people weren't dabbling with. That's never going to take off. That'll never catch on. That's not going to happen.
mm.
He was right there with it, innovating every day, all the time. And so I hear all the stories, and I got to hear some firsthand from him. And I hear stories, newspaper articles of how he was the first to do this and the first to do that. So he took that company and just grew and grew and grew it, to the point of, just like you said, being a major name and brand in this community and really across the Metroplex. And so, the man I'm talking about, I couldn't do any of this without mentioning Calvin Brundrett and his family and Miss Ruthie Brundrett and all the sacrifice and everything they did to create the Bon Air that we know today. He was a mentor for me on so many different levels. When you're a kid that walks into a business at 19 years old, there's a lot for you to learn. And I am a student of, I'll tell you, I'm a product of Grand Prairie ISD, uh, Sam Houston Elementary, Adams Middle School, Grand Prairie High School. Go Gophers.
Mm, mm,
A week after high school, I went to Lincoln Technical Institute here in Grand Prairie. And 9 months after that, I am knocking at the door at Bon Air, because it was one of three places that they offered me a job position for. And so I walk in, and I walked out with a job, thankfully. When you leave technical school, they tell you you are God's gift to air conditioning. You go out there and you put your hand on that desk, and this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is who I am. And it's a real cold splash of water when you do that because it doesn't work out for you that way.
Right.
But thankfully, I've come from very humble beginnings. So I was grateful for the opportunity. I knew it was really close to home. And I said, really not knowing anything else about the company. Um, and you know this, my faith is very strong. Even back then, not really being where I am settled into it today, I knew I was supposed to be there for a reason. And so I walked out of there not making everything I thought I was going to be making. And I turned out I didn't know it all, but I walked out of there with the job. And so I come back the next day and boy, I didn't know what I didn't know. But thankfully at this organization, Calvin was huge on teaching, teaching, teaching. He was an amazing teacher because he wanted you to know it all. And so that story kind of just moves along to the point where he's filling in the gaps and he's building himself a technician throughout the years. I worked at um, every single position basically in the company that existed.
Mm-hmm.
I made my way through. I made it through to a position where um, I was standing there with an opportunity to be able to carry on a legacy. So at 46 years that the company had existed and 16 years of my career with the company, we come to a point where we were offered an opportunity to purchase the business, and um, the magnitude of that decision and what it was to go back to family and say, hey, we didn't plan this at all, but we had this amazing opportunity, um, and knowing that Calvin really wanted us to have this. He saw something in me, and he said, son, you're the future of this place. I want you to have this. And so just working that together, a whole lot of faith, and here we are today. We're wrapping up 7 years in business at December of this year, and we've transformed the business into something that I believe can continue this legacy for another 20, 40 years and beyond. I have youth that's come in that work shoulder to shoulder with, have people with me that have been with me 15 years, 19 years, 12 years, 10 years, and have helped me grow this thing to the point where I can see if I ever feel like I need to back off at all, I've got generations here that are already feel like this place is home. So I know that we have the legacy that's going to just continue to push forward. And I'm very proud to sit here today and say, yes, we're strong. We've been through a lot. We've had a lot to change to exist in the world what the world requires you to have today. Technology, you have to be at the front of every bit of innovation, training, sacrifice, and all that to stay ahead of these ever changing times, um, and to be strong enough to hold up to you know you name it. It feels like life is tough. Life is tough. Life has been tough for us for 3 or 4 years now, and so it takes a lot for the family side of things, the business side of things, balancing all that out, trying to bring all that together. It takes a lot, but we've been through a lot, and we're doing it.
Yeah. So what do you think it is that he's seen in you to make make that offer to you? What do you think that was
Well,
special?
if I had to say, I've thought about that. I've asked myself, and I asked myself then, why me?
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I've offered others positions, and I see that that's a very common question because we don't believe in ourselves often as
Yeah.
much as others believe in us. And I've offered positions, I've made promotions, and one of those very common questions is, why me? I mean, thank you, but why me? And so I stopped and I asked myself multiple times, and I come back to the fact that my father taught me to never pass up an opportunity. You can't. Opportunities are rare, and there was a little bit of the feel of growing up a Hispanic man, um, we were on the lower end of the poverty side of things. I know of and saw opportunities where he was scammed, taken advantage of, different things like that. And so life was hard on my father. And so I got a tough teaching from him. It was all about don't pass up an opportunity, don't be taken advantage of. Don't. So I fought for everything. When I got into a position, when I walked into this door as a helper, I knew that I was going to be responsible for my part of our team. So I treated it like it was mine from the very beginning. Got a promotion, moved to the next step, treated it like it was mine from the beginning. If you let me use your truck to go to work in it, that truck was my truck. So it was clean, it was organized, it was sharp. If you let me come into your building and I got to call it home, then if the trash needed to be taken out, the trash was taken out. If the floors needed to be swept, the floors were swept. If someone else needed a little bit of act right because they weren't acting right this is our home. I treated it like it was mine from the beginning with no idea ever of it being mine.
Yeah.
But I treated it like it was mine because it was an opportunity. And I was taught you don't waste opportunities. You just do not waste an opportunity. And so I think that was one of the biggest things because I know now there's so much I don't say, but I see.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps me guide, training, give direction, help my leadership team train one way or the other because I see a whole lot. And I don't always have to be the one to say it. And I know that like-minded individuals as we were, Calvin probably saw a whole lot going on that I did, that we did, that made him feel like this is the right choice. These are good people.
Yeah. So for those who may not know, which would be surprising, who may not even know what Bond Air is, what do you guys do? What do you offer? Let us know. What is Bond Air all about?
It's not that surprising. I hate to even say that. It's not that surprising. I have people walk in and apply for jobs all the time, and they say, man, I drove by this building 15 years. I didn't know what you guys did. I get it. It's a different name. I'm serious.
But isn't Bond Air heating and air conditioning on the
It is.
So how you gonna not know?
I mean, I was like, man, we're gonna have to change the color. We're gonna have to do something. It's gonna have to be something. But it happens.
Okay.
Well, what we do is we are a heating and air conditioning company. So we do service repair, diagnostic repair, maintenance, installation. We've since, in the last 5 years, added a few other services. So we also do insulation. We do blown-in insulation for attics. And we also do our most recent addition. It's now been a year now since we've also been doing duct cleaning. And so these are other avenues of the company that we feel all have direct impact on your comfort. And so it's not that we want to do everything, but we want to be able to know that if any other aspect of your home is going to have direct impact on the ultimate, the final comfort that you're going to experience in your home, we want to be able to control that as well. So we do offer the duct cleaning, we offer insulation, and then of course, anything to do with your central heating and air conditioning, we've got that part covered. That's what we do.
So say for instance, if someone, let's just go preventative maintenance, right? Some of the things that people should do on a regular basis. What are some of those things in terms of just to prevent any major problems with their air conditioning unit later on? What are some of the things they can do just to prevent?
Well, I'll tell you, maintenance is the key. Maintenance is the key. We hear it all the time. We hear it on our vehicles. We hear it on different things that, different investments that we make in our lives. Maintenance is the key. Maintenance will help keep things going, will allow you to find things. So as far as a homeowner goes and what they can do, especially here in our area, we've had a lot of dirt moving in our area. The mayor in our city, our council, and all the moves that have been made over the last 5 years, let's say, man, we got a lot of dirt turning in Grand Prairie. That's great. And that dirt's in the air. There's a lot of dryness in the air. There's a lot going on. And during the summertime, even those of our customers that do have a maintenance plan. Um, Something a homeowner can do is keep that outdoor unit washed out and cleaned. Keep that outdoor unit washed out and clean, because so much of what your energy consumption is in the summertime during the hot weather that we have, um, so much of that is all done by your cooling system. You're trying to cool a home. Windows impact it, insulation impacts it, traffic in the home, all that impacts it. But that outdoor unit is running and running and running. And when we get our temps that don't drop below 80 degrees in the summertime, it's running during the night even.
Mm-hmm.
And so keeping the outdoor unit cleaned is a big one that a homeowner can take care of on their own. Keeping your filters clean. So you increase the usage, you increase the amount of debris that gets caught in that filter. You decrease the usage, of course, you have less going through there, so they'll last you longer. But many times we go out there, and the majority of those initial visits that we do, first time home, first time having us in their home, have a lot to do with cleanliness, and it's the filter or the outdoor unit, especially in the summertime. Those are two issues that the homeowner can take care of relatively easily, because you
Mm-hmm.
can find these. All it takes is water to wash your outdoor unit out, and then your filters, of course, can be located. You can pick up your own filter, but those are two things that make a huge impact on how well the system's working at home, that a homeowner can take care of and maintain on their own. We offer maintenance packages that we offer, which is 2 visits a year. We'll come out in the fall, do all the safety checks, test all the safeties, test all the limits, whether it's an electric heat system or a gas heat system. Change your filters, and if the outdoor unit requires washing both seasons, we'll do that as well. And then in the spring, we come out and test the entire cooling system side of it, make sure the drains are clear. Well, we actually flush drains on both visits, because we found that drain issues are pretty common in our area. And so we flush drains both times. And so in the spring, we'll flush our drains, we'll go through all the safeties, make sure everything is good on the cooling side of things, and we'll get everything washed out, prepped, and ready to go. So when typically our customers that are on maintenance programs, they run into a lot less emergency service required calls, because we're catching these things ahead of time. We're checking the electrical components, we're checking for loose connections, we're checking. These things happen. It happens. They're moving parts, they're functional parts, and so these things do happen. We can catch them ahead of time. It's not happening like it always does. It seems like the 4th of July. It seems like Labor Day. It seems like it's always during the hottest times of the season, and when you got a house full of people,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
and we don't know how to trigger that, by the way. It just happens,
Yeah.
no matter how much people think we do.
Right. But man, one of the things I love, about businesses, well, particularly Bonaire, right? Because these are things that I do know personally about Bonaire. One is it's a family-owned business. I love, obviously, as a business owner myself, family-owned business. I love the fact to, you, Wendy, and the kids, man, it's a family-owned business. And another thing that most people may not always know about things that happen behind the scene, right? Bonaire has given, man. Y'all have given and helped nonprofit organizations and did a lot of charitable things behind the scenes that people don't even know. I want to talk about it. I want to put it out there because I think that's the integrity of a business, right? I think when you are a business and you out there and you're giving and you're making a difference in the community, too often those type of things go unheard, they're unspoken of. Nobody really talks about it. And like yourself, a man of integrity, not really tripping because you're not looking for the glam and glory, like, oh, look what I did. That's not your type of character, right? But man, I think some of that stuff should be notable and known that Bonaire, this is what we stand for. We're not just a company that's trying to get your business and this and that. We're also on the giving side.
Right.
So a few of those things that you guys have done in the past. I know one or two particular, but I'll let you just disclose whichever ones you want to talk about.
Yes, we do. We have a culture of giving back. We
Yeah.
have a culture of giving back, and I say it, as I talk about my my schooling and my path as that went along, running into teachers that were my teachers and going, man, Mr. Martin, look at you turned into something, man. That's
Right.
great,
Right.
And I'm like, I knew what a difficult path it was. I knew how hard it was to get certain things done, and so when we get out here in the community again and we start to see, man, there's a lot of people that are involved in so many different things. When I came to the chamber has the nonprofit side of things. Your nonprofits are walking the door as well, and I'm like, what do you do? Well, this is what we do. I'm like, I had no idea that existed.
Mm.
It's been in my backyard for years. I had no idea. What do you do? You may have been a service that we actually took and needed.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I go back and I ask my mom, did we ever have to have this, or did we ever? That's how tight it got, and it got real personal to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how did I not know this was right in our own backyard? So I'm like, we gotta make sure people know, because I know where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. That's helping people. So we got a few organizations that we're a part of that open us up to these things. Rise Against Hunger is one that we do. Rise Against Hunger is a big one. It's a meal packaging event that we do. We try to do it every year. Sometimes we've run into complications where dates just don't line up, and when you do a lot of events, sometimes the calendar just pulls you in two different directions. You gotta kind of pick and choose, and so I'm always going to go with an event that's either backed or being put on by community members that are actively here helping in our community. So Rise Against Hunger is kind of a larger one, but we love that because we get to invite our company. The culture we've developed there is we bring it up to all of our employees. Hey guys, we got this Rise Against Hunger event that's coming up. It's completely on a volunteer event, but you can bring your family. We have breakfast, we have coffee, we get this meal event. We've packaged thousands and thousands of meals as a company, probably in the last 8 to 9 years, still with previous ownership in the house. That's where it actually began, and we've just carried it on forward. We have another event that's actually put on by a major manufacturer that we work with very closely, which is Lennox. And it's called the Field of Love program. And the Field of Love program is something that started up north, with Lennox partnering with local dealers to put a furnace into
Mm-hmm.
a home that needs a furnace. Well, it developed into a much larger situation, kind of went nationwide, and we were one of the first ones to participate down here in our area. And so basically, we put the information out. Nominations begin in August, and what we're looking for is someone in need and not a needy person,
Mm.
because we run into those situations as well. So you could be needy,
Right.
but what we need is someone that's actually in need. And so over this year, we had, I believe, over 5 nominations that came in. We just recently made our pick from the nominations that made it to the Linux vetting process, and then came down and were fed through us to us through our portal. And we selected a lady that's here in Grand Prairie, who's actually an existing customer of ours that we knew was in a bad situation as far as our heating and cooling system went, and just didn't have the means to do anything with it, and really struggled. We do what we can throughout the year to help these folks get from point A to point B. Anytime our technicians run into someone out there that is in a situation like that they feel would fit that criteria, they bring it up to them. Hey, do you have a family member? Do you have someone that might nominate you for this situation that might be able to bring us in? So Feel the Love puts a brand new air conditioning system. All the volunteers in our company, their families. We have businesses in the community that come in and donate food. It becomes a major party on the lawn of this recipient. Last year's was so huge. We had different dignitaries show up. The mayor's always good to show up and just thank the resident, the Grand Prairie resident that receives the system and has partnered with us on that for years. And so We've had Chief Cesney come out and just visit, and it's great to see the community come together for that. Aside from that, we help with some of the golf tournaments. We like to donate to different charities, and of course, um, it's it's all we have individuals out there that the problem just arises, and they're in a bad situation, and you just have to be a humanitarian. You just have to know and understand and have compassion. And sometimes my guys come and say, "I'll pay for this thing myself. Don't worry about it." You give me that kind of passion about someone that's in need, take care of it. It's done. None of this is ours. None of this is ours. This is my faith walks. My faith carries me through everything that we do, and so it's that same faith that gets me. It's hands. It's my hands are wide open.
Mm-hmm.
If someone out there is in need, and we're going to answer the call. It's just it. We're just going to answer the call. So yeah, I mean, there's a few to name out there. I would just say, man, if you want to be a part of it, reach out to us. Let us know. We'll find a way to partner up and team up and get together. And we can't do it all, but we sure try to. I mean, we do.
Yeah.
We try to get out there and do what we can. It feels great to give back. It really does.
Yeah.
It feels great to give back. It makes it all worth it. And my entire company and the culture that we have, they all show up. I mean, they all show up. I don't ever have to worry that I'm not going to have enough volunteers for one or two things that we do. They all show up, and it's great. I just love that. That's what we've developed into that, and they feel that it's a safe environment to bring their entire family in.
Mm-hmm.
We got kids, we got wives, we got husbands, we got everybody coming in and just being a part of this thing. And so it's a great place to be, and the giving mindset is definitely there. So yeah, we're here to help.
For sure. I don't know. We mentioned, are you guys commercial and residential, or just one or the other?
So right now we are strictly residential.
Mm-hmm.
A few years back, we had to make a decision to either continue on with like commercial and residential, or focus on the residential side of things. We made some tough decisions to stop spreading ourselves so thin, to be able to focus on those people that helped us get here, those 30-year customers, those 20-year customers, those 10-year customers that have been with us from the beginning. To give them a better product, I had to sacrifice and say, okay, we're going to put the commercial thing away for a while. We went out, we found a great company that was going to be able to take care of our customers. It was sad to see them go,
Mm-hmm.
but we know that we'll be back. But what it allowed us to do was focus on the residential side of things and really just get down to what makes us tick, and that's building relationships with our residential customers. So right now it is strictly residential. I will tell you that within a couple of years, I will have a full-blown commercial side of this business, and we are going to get back in to helping a lot of our Grand Prairie residents that are business owners and beyond. But yeah, I can tell you with full certainty that what we've been able to do in residential now to really get down to being the best that we can be for them, we're going to be able to translate that into building another department out here, standalone, just to take care of the commercial customers.
Yeah, I love it, man. So my air conditioning is jacked up. It's summertime. I'm in the middle of the heat, and in the middle of summertime in Texas, heat by 110. I'm sweating at night. No air coming through. I call Bond Air. What kind of experience am I expected, or anyone is expected to get if they call Bond Air to come for service?
Well, if you call, you're going to get a live person that answers your phone. I have a team of we can call CSRs, right? Customer service representatives, and what you're going to get is somebody that you're going to feel that empathy, you're going to feel that connection, you're going to feel valued, you're going to feel important, you're going to feel like we're going to be able to help. And I think overall, I keep continuing to repeat, feel.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to connect with this person, and they're going to connect with you. We've got just a few people that handle that, but they're all grown in-house. They're all full-time employees. This isn't a remote call service that answers the phone. This isn't AI that answers the phone. This is a live person that answers the phone and takes your information and quickly tries to figure out what it is that we can do to help. In a lot of those situations, I'll tell you, you picked up the phone, you called, you answered, and the surprise is, I can't believe you answered. I thought I was gonna get a machine. I thought I was gonna get it, and they're like, no, 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 no. It's okay. We're here for you. Now, what can we do to help? You know what? It's not that bad. I can actually wait till in the morning. Can you get me first thing in the morning? Absolutely. I got a spot right here just for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's so surprising to people anymore that they'll just go, I'm just happy you answered. Yeah, I'll wait till the morning. If you can be here at 8 o'clock, I'll do it. That's the experience we're talking about. That's what we're shooting for. That's what the training is all about. That's what we go. Not every um, not every call is perfect. Not every experience is spot on. But if it isn't, it's darn close, and we will do everything that we can to make that experience right. Um, but that's what you get. You get a live person. You get a live Bonaire, homegrown, trained individual. I'm happy to share that one of those people, it could be my oldest son. My oldest son has come in and he actually handles all of the maintenance side of the contracts, the communication, the inbound, the outbound, anything that has to do with our seasonal our maintenance customers. He also is in that rotation, so it takes it a week at a time, and a lot of times it's him that will answer that phone call. And I got to tell you, I just love the way he talks on the phone. I mean, it's incredible. And this is not just dad being proud of his kid, but he just has a way that if that man answered, I'm dropping all my stars right there. Like, that was a great conversation, man. Can I just call you when I'm having a bad day? Because I like that,
Right.
He's gonna watch this and go, okay. Because I really rarely tell him, you can't do that. You can't fluff. You can't fluff the boys up. But but no, that's the experience you're gonna get.
Yeah. No, I love it, man. I can see that because I already just knowing you as a person, your family, I can see that resonating all throughout your business, and how you conduct business. So I know the experience would be amazing. So tell me this: what's your goal, man? As we get ready to wrap up, what's your goal for Bonaire? Like, where do you see it, Bonaire, 5 years from now, 3 years?
I want to have. I want to be able to say yes to anything that walks in the door. You need something? Yes, I got you.
Mm.
I have this opportunity? Yes, I got you. Um, we need to do this? Yes, I got you. My church needs this? Yes, I've got you. I've been in a position where it appears that I have all the yeses in the world, and it's the hardest thing to tell somebody no. You have so much. I've sacrificed a lot to get here, and the outside appears to just be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But so does a duck sitting on water, right? It just looks like and you are just churning along. So my goal within 5 years is to have all the yeses that I need to be able to take care of anyone out there that needs something. Just to be able to say yes. Martin, I have this charity event. I really love for you to have a table at it. I don't want to have to think about it. I want to say yes. And I'm going to tell my people to show up. Martin, we're thinking, I got this little old lady, bless her heart, over here that really just needs some help. And we got it. Hey, we're going to do this run. We're going to do this. I got it. I just want to be able to say yes. And it don't have anything to do with what I have. The opportunity, the strength to stand on our own and to be an entity that is self-sustaining, that has a quality of life for my people that they just can't compare to anyone else. They know they're making a great living, and they know that they have a home away from home because they spend so many hours with us away from their families. I know what it's like to come home and feel like you're visiting. You know, It's a tough job. We have a tough job in the service industry. We are this is the only industry that gives you all the industries in one. You have to be an electrician. You have to be a plumber. You have to be a carpenter. You have to be a roofer. You have to know HVAC to get all this job done. All those aspects of those trades are wrapped up into this one trade. It's amazing. It's an amazing opportunity. But I want to have the ability to just say yes. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think on it. I want to look at you because you thought of me. And when you ask, I say, yeah, we got you. Don't worry about it. Yes.
I love it.
That's it.
Hey.
That's fulfillment for me.
I'll be checking back with you in about 3 to 5 years.
Let's do it.
When you in that yes season.
Let's do it. I like that. Yep. I'm looking for that yes season.
Yeah, man. But man, listen, thank you for keeping it real, just being transparent about the journey of when you took over Bonaire and and even now to where you're trying to take it to. I think you guys are you have the integrity, you have what it takes to be very, very successful, even more successful, because I think you're already successful. Just being able to say, I purchased this business from where you come from, to say I own this, that's success within itself. And now to see that vision into what you have for Bonaire to take it to another level, just to be able to say yes, that's a whole nother level of fruitfulness, of another level of success. Mm-hmm. So man, I just pray your continued success in everything that you guys are doing in the Bonaire family, man. And hey, I'm gonna just say, man, y'all just keep taking care of business, baby. Keep taking care of business. So
well, thank you very, very much, Kevin. I appreciate the opportunity to come out here. It's awesome to be able to share our story, share who we are, and just let you know that we're here for you if you need us.
There you go. Just say yes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.